Hi, someone requested for me to do a video about Hebrew resources, um, I told him that I don't really have many resources because, well, it's kind of a long story, but I didn't really learn Hebrew in like a traditional way. I never really sat down and said I want to study it. Like, so I don't really have any books. I have a couple, but I mostly learned from the internet and from my friends. Um, what I'm gonna do is show you the like two books that I do have, and then what I'm mostly gonna do is put links to websites that you can go to that I've used, and I'm gonna explain them a little bit too. So first of all, I'm gonna explain the one of the books I have, which I actually just got it for Christmas, and I already know most of the stuff in it, but if you're a beginner, it's really good. And it looks like this. And if you can read Hebrew at all, you'll see that it says Part B, but my mom bought it for me and she doesn't know how to read Hebrew, so yeah, she just bought it because it was in Hebrew. And this is actually, I think it's the textbook they use in universities because my friend was taking Hebrew at my university and he had this book, I think. So that's interesting. I don't know where she bought it, honestly, but I think you can find it online. Here, this is the English title and the back cover. Hebrew from Scratch Part 2. And those are the authors. See, you can see. Yeah, and so yeah, that's the book, and obviously there's a part A, and there might be part C, I don't know. But I just have this one. So it's good. It's really like a textbook. I mean, like I said, they use it at universities, but it has a lot of exercises, and it's good like to practice your writing, I guess, and because it makes you write things, and it's mostly grammar, but it's like basic grammar. So if you're just starting off, it's good. It's not too hard, if you just want to learn some basic things, but it also has some like poems and stuff that you can read, and a lot of it's good. It has a lot of like cultural things in it too. So yeah. Well, anyway, I haven't gone through most of it, so I'm not sure. But it has vocabulary, like sorry. Well, anyway, yeah, it has like all that vocabulary, and like I said, it's mostly grammar, but it's useful. So yeah, if you want to get that, you can get that one, and obviously get the first one first. And this one is mostly in Hebrew, and I would assume that the first one has more English in it for beginners, but in this one they kind of assume that you can read it by now. So yeah, but it does it all the instructions are in Hebrew and in English, so that's good. Yeah. Okay. Now I have mostly online resources. Um, First, I'll talk about the ones that are more for beginners. So there's this one website, and it's called, well, honestly, I don't know what it's called, but I'll put a link to it. It's actually, they have it for almost every language you could think of, except for like really rare things. But here, I'll read you some examples. They have Afrikaans, Belarusian, Bosnian, Estonian, Georgian, Lithuanian, Macedonian. I'm just reading the rare languages. Latvian, Slovak, Albanian, like pretty much every language you could think of, at least European languages. But like I said, they also have some non-European ones. They have Hebrew, of course, Arabic, um, Thai, Turkish. Yeah, so they have a lot, and so they have one for Hebrew, and it has like a page for every topic. Like the first topic is people, family members, and then school, numbers, times, and they have 100 of those. And in each chapter there's like, let me see, like about 20, almost 20 words and phrases in each chapter. And the good thing about it is it's free, first of all, and you can download the whole thing and put it on your iPod, and that's what I did. And you could just listen to it. And it also has, when you look at it online, you can see the writing. So and it has sound, obviously, so you can read it, and then it has an English translation, and you can read it along in the language that you want to learn. So that's really good just for learning simple phrases and like some grammar and a lot of vocabulary, mostly vocabulary. So that's really good. And like I said, you can do it for any language you want, really. I would say they have about like 30 languages, I'm not sure, but there's a lot there. Okay, yeah, so that's good if you're just starting out because it's mostly just vocabulary. And also, there's another, there's one website and it's called Hebrew Podcasts, and I'm running out of time. Okay, it's called Hebrew Podcasts, and the thing about it is you have to pay for most of them, but the 5 newest ones are always free on the website. I think 5, something around that. And yeah, so the newest ones are always free, but if you subscribe to them on iTunes, all the ones that have come out while you were subscribed are always free. They don't expire as far as I've noticed, because I have like a bunch of them. So if you subscribe to them, it has podcasts, and what it does is they explain what the dialogue is going to be about in English, and then they do the dialogue, and then the 2 people go through, one of the woman says some of the words and phrases that she used in the dialogue, and then the guy explains what it means in English, and then they go through the dialogue again, and it goes slower, like not slower, but they put a pause after each like phrase, like a short enough phrase that you could repeat it back, and then so you can repeat what she's saying, so, or what they're saying. So yeah, that's really good. But by now they're on like the 60th one or something, so as it goes along it gets more advanced. So by now they're already kind of on an advanced level, but the first few ones they ever made are always free. So like if you're just starting, get those 5 or so first ones where you can learn. It teaches you the alphabet and like basic greetings and basic phrases and words. So if you're just starting, get those, and then once you get better, you can subscribe to them, and they're really helpful. I've learned a lot from those, and it really helps my comprehension. It's really good. And if you pay them, and it's not really that expensive actually. I can't remember how much, but considering how many they give you, one comes out about every couple of weeks, I think. And for a year, it's really not that much. I would say like $40 or something. I'm not sure, but it's pretty good. It's a pretty good price. I mean, it's like kind of like if each one is like 99 cents or something. I don't know. It's not that bad, but if you pay them, I'm about to run out of time, so I'll make a second part. If you pay, you can get like a transcript of what they're saying and read along, but I haven't done that because I don't want to pay for it, but because I can understand what they're saying. So yeah, yeah, so in the next video I'll talk about my other resources.